Hi, I'm Kris Oldland. I'm the Editor-in-Chief of Field Service News, and I am here reporting from the Field Service Management Expo in London's Excel Centre. I'm now joined by Mark Brewer from IFS. Mark, really good to speak to you. How are you doing?
Yeah, very good, Kris. Thank you.
Now, Mark, there's been some great sessions here in the Field Service Solutions Theatre. It's a nice, small, intimate kind of arena. Should we say arena is the wrong word, but setting.
Yep.
And yours was one of the sessions that was kind of standing room only at the back, if I recall. That's why I wanted to talk to you about it today, because like I say, not a huge amount of people got to see it, so let's kind of take the wise words further a little bit.
Absolutely.
What was the presentation? Give me your overview.
Yes, so the title of the presentation, Kris, and probably one of the reasons it was so well attended, setting expectations high, if you will, was The Future of Field Service, which is a pretty grandiose title, if you will. Essentially, it was trying to aggregate all of these technologies and buzzwords, the IoT, the AR, Uberization, servitization, and so forth, and really bring it together and say, how are they actually going to play out at a business value level in the arena of field service?
Okay, a lot of buzzwords, as you said there, and I think it's one of the things we struggle with a little bit in the industry. I'm as guilty as the next man for kind of pushing these kind of key technologies that are being driven at the moment. How do we cherry pick what's important to us? I mean, you touched on this a lot during your session. Perhaps if you could give me the three key salient takeaways that you'd like anyone that sat in the session to have walked away thinking about.
Yeah, that's a good question, Kris, and a good way of summarising the session, I guess. First of all, I think there's an overarching theme to all of the technologies, if you will. So without going into the detail of the individual technologies, the overriding theme and where we see field service going, i.e. the title of this session, is really moving towards this thing we call outcome-based service. So, the customer really being concerned with what is the ultimate goal of the product or the service. So you take an example, the most simplistic example, classic example. I go into a hardware store to buy a drill. Why am I buying a drill? I don't really want to own a drill. I don't get off on owning a drill. So the guy says to me, why do you want the drill? I want a hole in my ceiling. He asks again, why do you want a hole in the ceiling? That's not a great thing. I want a light fitting. Okay, so if I can get the light fitted within the next 30 minutes, do you need the drill? No, I don't need the drill. So I'm interested in the outcome, not the fact that I need to buy this product to do it, and this parts to do it, and this service to do it. So the overriding theme was outcome-based service, which brings on to the next theme, Kris, which is that's really throwing up new payment models in service. So, rather than the rigid fixed contracts, and rather than the monthly billing, if you will, it's throwing up subscription-based models in service. So we now, take a customer of ours, a recent large contract with Kyocera, making printers, photocopiers, and so on. They now effectively give away the copiers. No one buys copiers anymore, but they deliver a service, pay per copy. So the combination of IoT with that service means that Kyocera can now pay per copy, and total cost of ownership can be estimated, together with the customer. So that no longer is it a monthly billing. Depending on the IoT feedback that's coming through, we can pay based on the metering model of the copier, and the customer therefore, is getting value because the contract is a value-based payment model, not a fixed price, fixed service contract model. The third one, I guess, that's thrown up in that conversation is, as a consequence, we hear a lot about the customer experience. From a technology point of view, as a software vendor, we see a distinct blurring between CRM and FSM.
Yes.
So customer service and field service. There is no hard border anymore. It's service, and the customer will measure you on the entire experience. So more and more, for example, at IFS, moving into omni-channel contact center, and the customer experience, his expectation is on the ceiling these days. So the blurring of the 360 view, knowing what his service history is, knowing what his billing model is, being able to answer all his questions, the field tech giving a quote on the mobile, it's all part of the experience. So those are the three themes: the outcome-based business model, the new payment models, and the blurring of CRM and field service.
And of course, Mark, these all fit one doesn't exist without the other very often. One final question to you. You mentioned companies, a few of the companies you work with. I'm aware of many of the companies you've worked with in the past as well. And someone like Kyocera, for example, or the print industry in general, that move to outcome-based services, they were kind of pioneers in that, that space. That vertical is ahead of many others. Do you now feel, touching on many different verticals, I know you work in aerospace, oil and gas, alongside a number of other different sectors. Do you feel that this is still a push from you as a vendor that's saying, guys, you need to be moving to outcome-based services? Or has that pendulum swung now? So companies are saying to you, look, we're moving to outcome-based services. We want to embrace servitization as the business model.
Yep.
We need the technology. How do we do it? Which way is it happening still?
The latter, Chris. And moreover, it's actually our customer's customer that's driving them in that direction. So, we've got a large elevator manufacturer customer. 70% of their business is service. Okay, several thousand engineers. So the sale of the elevator is the means to the long-term relationship. So again, in many cases, there's a famous hotel chain today. Effectively, they don't buy elevators. They request from the elevator manufacturer 95% availability. So at any one time, I've got 10 elevators in the hotel. I want 9 out of 10 working at any one time, more. So their goal is efficiency of people flow in the hotel. And as a consequence, they don't care that they need to order parts or maintain those elevators. They handed that over to the provider, and the provider now is delivering the outcome. And as I say, so back to your question, it's not even the manufacturer or the provider, service provider, it is the customer of those guys that is driving that demand.
Perfect. Mark, thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you, Chris.
Take care.
Thanks.